Mike Wood.
Mr Deputy Speaker, while the media's focus might be on the comings and goings in Westminster, local community groups make a huge difference to people's lives in Dudley South week in, week out. Of course, the last recess covered the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, and it was a real pleasure to join events at Oakfield Community Centre in Brierley Hill, St Mary's Church in Kingswinford, and Dudley Hindu Cultural Association to mark the incredible service that Her Majesty has given during 7 decades as our Queen. We are fortunate to have many amazing community organisations in Dudley, and I shan't try to match Sir David, but I would like to mention just a few I have met with in recent weeks. Like Harry's Cafe, run by the Top Church Training Charity, which helps disadvantaged job seekers into working, catering and hospitality, as well as providing free food packages and online cooking classes. Or Kingswinford British Legion, who I supported over Armed Forces Weekend as they raised funds to help ex-service personnel and their families. And as a former Scout, it was a pleasure to join Dudley Scout District to thank their leaders and volunteers for everything that they do to make sure that local young people have opportunities that they just wouldn't have available. And it was a privilege to meet and support Stuart Bratt, whose Tough Enough to Care charity tackles male suicides by encouraging men to be open about mental health. The £80,000 lottery funding they have received will allow them to do even more to support even more people. And we want more local good causes in Dudley to get funding. And that's why I organised a National Lottery funding workshop last week. And I'd like to thank Sinead from the National Lottery Communities Fund for explaining to dozens of local groups how they can get funding, give themselves the best chance to succeed and do more for our community. As we look forward to the Commonwealth Games coming to Birmingham, it was great that Stuart was one of the local heroes, as well as Jenny Bimson and Councillor Shaz Salim, taking part in the Queen's Baton Relay. I look forward to it coming to Brierley Hill on Sunday evening. And one of the baton bearers is from Penns Meadow School, and I was pleased to see their amazing new Forest School, which is an exceptional facility for their special needs pupils, aged 3 to 19. And I'm delighted that Dudley Council have committed the funding for a new school building, which will allow them to combine their 2 sites into one, providing better education and better care on a single site for vulnerable pupils. I'd also like to thank the Dudley Council's Cabinet for blocking plans to build on precious green spaces at Lapwood Avenue, Bryce Road, Severn Drive and Ben Street. I hope that the Association of Black County Authorities will similarly safeguard Greenbelt sites at Holbeach and the Kingswinford Triangle when they meet next week, and that the government's Levelling Up and Regeneration Bill will further strengthen Greenbelt protection. Because our green spaces are important to us in the Black Country, and it was heartbreaking to see large fires at the Fens Pool Nature Reserve and at Ridge Hill Woods during this week's extreme temperatures. Disgracefully, some of them might even have been started deliberately. But I'd like to join our community in sending a big, big thank you to everybody from West Midlands Fire and Rescue Service for their bravery in fighting and containing those fires. Mr Deputy Speaker, as you know, last week marked Black Country Day, the anniversary of Newcomen's engine. We're proud of our industrial heritage, and it was wonderful to join pupils from Brierley Hill Primary School at Brierley Hill Library as they unveiled the displays on our local history that they had created for the public to enjoy. It's now a decade since Gracie Shepherd designed Black Country Flag, which has become one of the biggest selling and most recognisable regional flags in the country. She designed it as a 12-year-old at a local school, and it is a flag that's now literally seen around the world, whether it's the Ashes, the Indy 500, Glastonbury or any other cultural event.
Wouldn't my friend give way on that point?
Very briefly.
He rightly raises the importance of local flags. Leicestershire was the only county in the country without a flag until last year, when I secured the first ever flag for Leicestershire, which proudly is flying outside Parliament this very day. So can I congratulate him on raising the importance of flags in terms of their pride of place and the message they send of unity in our communities?
Yeah.
I know that my honourable friend is very proud of her local area and flies her flag proudly. Similarly, as we look at the ongoing Conservative leadership contest, I shall be pressing whoever wins to keep levelling up right at the centre of their agenda and to make sure that my constituents in Dudley South can have opportunities every bit as good as those that they would enjoy in other parts of the country. So finally, Mr Deputy Speaker, I would like to wish you and all of the staff of the House a very happy and, I hope, restful and peaceful summer.
Yeah. Aaron Bell.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Pleasure to follow my honourable friend from Dudley South, and it's an honour to be participating in the first Sir David Amess adjournment debate